The pharmacy was silent except for the sound of a little girl's cough. Her mother, Emily, stood at the counter, clutching a small prescription slip in one hand and her nearly empty wallet in the other. The pharmacist's words hit her like a brick. "Ma'am, the medicine will be 128 Do you want to pay by card or cash?" Emily's face flushed. She had barely $40 left, money that was supposed to cover rent and food for the week. She looked down at her daughter Lily, who clutched a worn-out teddy bear, her pale cheeks proof of the fever running through her tiny body. Behind her, the line grew restless. People sighed. Some whispered under their breath, but Emily's ears buzzed with only one thought. How can I tell my daughter I can't afford to make her better? And then, just as she was about to apologize and walk away empty-handed, a calm voice from behind whispered the words that would change everything. Emily froze. For a second she thought she had imagined it. Slowly she turned around. Standing right behind her was a tall man in a tailored black coat, his presence impossible to ignore. His voice hadn't been loud, but it carried the kind of quiet authority that made everyone in line stop complaining. The pharmacist hesitated. "Sir, it's over $100, are you sure?" The man gave a single nod. "Put it on my account. Make sure the little girl gets what she needs." Emily's throat tightened. She shook her head quickly, her voice breaking. "No, I can't let you do this. You don't even know us." The man's gaze softened. "I don't need to know you. I can see enough." His eyes flicked to Lily, who leaned against her mother's coat, her small fingers gripping that teddy bear like it was the only comfort she had left. For a moment, Emily's pride fought with her desperation, but then Lily let out another weak cough, and Emily knew she couldn't walk away. The pharmacist bagged the medicine and handed it over. Emily held it in her hands like it was gold, tears welling in her eyes. She whispered, "I don't even know your name." The man gave a small smile. "Daniel." He paused, almost as if weighing whether to say more, then added softly, "Just Daniel." But Emily didn't realize until later who he really was. Daniel Carter, one of the youngest and most successful CEOs in the entire city. Emily clutched the small paper bag with the medicine inside, her hands trembling. She couldn't remember the last time anyone had done something selfless for her. "Thank you," she whispered again, her voice breaking. "You don't know what this means." Daniel studied her for a moment, then lowered his voice. "Actually, I do." Emily blinked. His eyes carried something she hadn't expected. Pain. Not pity, but a memory. He looked at Lily, then back at Emily. "Years ago, my mom stood in a pharmacy just like this. She didn't have enough money either, but no one stepped forward to help her. Not a single person. That night, I promised myself, if I was ever in the position to help someone, I wouldn't hesitate." Emily felt her chest tighten. She hadn't expected a man in a $1,000 suit to understand her struggles. Yet his words felt real. Lily tugged at Emily's sleeve, then looked up at Daniel with wide, innocent eyes. "Are you an angel?" she asked softly, her little voice carrying. Across the quiet store, Daniel froze, his jaw tightening. Slowly, a small smile broke across his face. "No, sweetheart," he said gently, "but maybe tonight I was meant to be here for you." Tears spilled down Emily's cheeks. It wasn't just about the medicine anymore. It was about being seen, about someone caring enough to stand by her when the world seemed ready to turn its back. As Emily wiped her tears, Daniel quietly settled the bill and handed her the receipt, as if it were nothing. But to her, it was everything. Outside the pharmacy, the night air was crisp. Emily wrapped her coat tighter around Lily and turned to face the man who had just changed their night, maybe even their lives. "I don't know how to repay you," she said softly. Daniel shook his head. "Don't repay me, just when you get the chance, do the same for someone else. That's how the world changes." Emily nodded, her heart heavy yet strangely lighter than it had been in years. Lily smiled sleepily, clutching her teddy bear. "Mommy, can we pray for him tonight?" Emily's throat tightened again, but she managed to smile. "Yes, sweetheart, we will." Daniel gave a small wave before disappearing into the night. He didn't leave his business card. He didn't wait for gratitude. He simply walked away as if kindness was the most natural thing in the world. That night, as Emily tucked Lily into bed and gave her the first dose of medicine, she realized something. Sometimes miracles don't come with wings or halos. Sometimes they come disguised as strangers in line at the pharmacy. And somewhere across town, Daniel Carter sat alone in his penthouse office, staring at the city lights. For the first time in years, he felt his mother would have been proud. Final message for audience. Kindness costs nothing, but its impact can last a lifetime. One simple act can change someone's entire story. Be the reason someone believes in goodness again.